Hello everyone, welcome back to IT Preparation. In today's video, we are going to understand the difference between AngularJS and Angular in a very clear and practical way. So Angular many of students think AngularJS and Angular are the same, but they are actually completely different framework. So in this video, I will explain the architecture, language, performance, DOM, mobile support, ACO, and the interview important points step by step. By the end of this video, you will be able to confidently explain the AngularJS versus Angular in interview. Let's get started. So our first point is the framework. Framework, AngularJS and Angular. So first let's understand what is AngularJS and Angular actually are. So AngularJS is the world framework also called Angular 1.x. So it was released in 2010 and it's based on JavaScript. Angular is the modern framework. Angular is a modern framework released in 2016. Means after the AngularJS, after 6 years, Angular is actually released in 2016. It is a completely rewrite. Okay, that one is not actually, or we can say the upgraded version of AngularJS, but it's a different framework, AngularJS and Angular, and it was released in like 2016, 6 years after later AngularJS launch. So it is not an upgrade of AngularJS. So it is a completely rewrite, not an upgrade of AngularJS, we can say. So second is the language. So Angular is using the JavaScript language and Angular using the TypeScript language. So we can say it's a plain JavaScript and no strict type checking, error appear at runtime. So it will have error appear at the runtime and hard to manage a large application. So it is not for applicable for large application. We can implement for small application because when you are launching, so that time we are using for the small application, not a big applications. But Angular uses the TypeScript, so it support like a data types, classes, interfaces, and the decorators. So TypeScript help us to catch error early and makes Angular suitable for enterprise applications. So it's suitable for big applications and it's suitable for small applications. So next point is the architecture. So architecture of AngularJS MVC. You know about the MVC like model for, is as a data and we can say view is a UI and control is the logic. And the problem is like a controller are become very larger and tight coupling and difficult to maintenance. So MVC I was some issues, but whenever we use the component based architecture, so application divided into components. So we know every like different components we are using like when we are using students and the employees. So we have different components and we are basing on the components we are separate that both, so it is easily manageable and each component has HTML, CSS, and the TypeScript. So benefit is like is a reusable, easy testing, and clean structure. Okay, and the next point is the performance. So AngularJS performance uses the digest cycle. So digest cycle you can search on the net actually. So we need to end this video as soon as in the small time. So you can search that one, and it's actually checks all data binding repeatedly and slower for larger data. Okay, and the Angular using the change detection. You know about the change detection. So optimize the DOM updates and faster rendering. So Angular uses faster rendering. So Angular is a performance better because it's avoid the continuous digest cycles. Okay, and next point is the mobile support. So actually AngularJS is not designed for mobile. Poor performance on mobile devices, difficult to scale for mobile apps. So it is not designed for mobile applications. Okay, but AngularJS is designed for web applications, mobile applications. Okay, so it's work well with like modern applications. Like modern companies actually preferred Angular because one code base can support web and mobile. Okay, so next actually is a data binding. Uh, so AngularJS uses a two-way data binding only. Okay, and the heavy processing, performance impact. Okay, so Angular is a one-way. By default, it's support, and the two-way it's optional when we are ready to require, so we can implement the two-way. Okay, So Angular gives the better control and performance as compared to AngularJS about the binding, data binding. So we can say Angular is the better from AngularJS here. Okay. So next is a DOM. So actually, DOM we can say is a domain object model. To browser actually converts the HTML into tree structures. So actually, JavaScript and framework interact with UI using DOM. So we can simply say like a browser does not work directly with HTML text. So it works with DOM objects. So we can say that is a DOM. And actually, it's important for updating the UI, handles the user actions, and rendering data dynamically. Okay, so actually AngularJS are using real DOM direct. We can say real DOM like a VR update DOM directly, and data manipulation update DOM manipulation, slower performance. So Angular updates only that one that changes the that change, and DOM manipulation is also less as compared to AngularJS and better the performance. So, and next we can say dependency injection. So, AngularJS is supported basic dependency injection and limited control over there. And Angular is a powerful built-in dependency injection. So here is not a built-in dependency injection. We need to implement dependency injection. So we need to give some more code on that, and we can support with the dependency, but here the built-in we are there is a built-in dependency, so we can inject the services through the root level, module level, and component level. Okay, so next is SEO support. So you know like SEO, what is SEO? Actually, that one is a search engine optimization. So it's actually a process the improving the website visibility and help the website rank higher on the Google. So it is help on there. Okay. So SEO like for Angular is a poor and Angular is a better. We can say AngularJS are only client-side rendering only, and the search engine may not see the content for the AngularJS. But Angular support the server-side rendering. So uses Angular, so it's a universal and it is providing the better SEO and faster load time. And the next one is a learning curve. So easy to learn AngularJS actually because of simple syntax and limited scalability. So as per Angular, it's a steeper learning curve, like a concept like component module, RHS, and services. So hard at the first, but powerful in the long run. So we can say, okay. So about the status of AngularJS is a deprecated and not recommended for the new projects. And Angular is actively maintained and user for use in the enterprise application and high job demands. So is the final, we can say AngularJS is a world JavaScript-based MVC framework with the performance, mobile, and the SEO limitations. With Angular is a modern TypeScript-based component-driven framework designed for fast and scalable and mobile-friendly and SEO optimized application. So, friends, if this video helped you, please like and subscribe to IT Preparations and share it with your friends. Comment below if you want Angular interview questions on real-time project explanation or PPT slides. So thanks and thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.